Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered if there are things in our world that science, with all its power and knowledge, simply can't explain? We live in an age of incredible discovery, where we can map the human genome and peer into the farthest reaches of the universe. Yet, there are some events, some truly astonishing occurrences, that defy our neat, logical understanding of how things work. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the unexplained. We're going to explore some of the most compelling, mind-bending miracles that continue to baffle scientists to this day. These aren't just old wives' tales or campfire stories. These are documented events witnessed by credible people that challenge the very foundations of what we think is possible. So, grab your headphones, get comfortable, and prepare to have your mind blown as we uncover the untold miracles that science still can't explain. Let us start with a story that has puzzled medical experts for decades, the case of Jean-Pierre Belay. Belay was a man living with multiple sclerosis, a debilitating disease that had left him almost completely paralyzed by 1987. He was confined to a wheelchair, his body racked with pain, and doctors had given him a grim prognosis. That year, he decided to make a pilgrimage to Lourdes, a town in France famous for its reports of miraculous healings. What happened next is nothing short of extraordinary. After being bathed in the sanctuary's waters, Belay felt a sudden, profound sensation of inner peace and warmth spread through his body. Over the next few days, he began to regain movement. He could move his legs, then his arms. Soon, he was able to stand and walk, completely unaided. Medical examinations confirmed his recovery was not only complete, but also instantaneous and lasting. The International Medical Committee of Lourdes, which is notoriously skeptical and employs rigorous scientific standards, investigated his case for over a decade. They reviewed countless medical records and conducted new tests, but they could find no medical or scientific explanation for his sudden and total cure. In 1999, they officially declared his healing as medically inexplicable. Belay's case remains one of the most well-documented and scientifically scrutinized miracles, a powerful testament to events that lie beyond our current understanding. Now, let's journey to the small town of Guadalupe, Mexico, and delve into the mystery of the tilma of Juan Diego. The story dates back to 1531, when a peasant named Juan Diego claimed to have seen a vision of the Virgin Mary. As proof of his encounter, an image of her was miraculously imprinted on his tilma, a simple cloak made of cactus fiber. What's so miraculous about an old cloak? Well, for starters, a typical cactus fiber tilma has a lifespan of about 20 to 30 years before it disintegrates. Yet, this one has survived for nearly 500 years, exposed to candle smoke, humidity, and the touch of millions, without any signs of decay. Scientists who have examined it are baffled. The image itself is even more perplexing. It wasn't painted with any known technique. There are no brush strokes, and the pigment seems to float just above the fabric. In 1979, a professor from Cornell University used infrared photography and found that the image was not a painting, drawing, or any other known form of artistry. It's as if the image was imprinted on the fibers all at once. Perhaps the most astonishing discovery came from ophthalmologists who examined enlargements of the Virgin's eyes. They found tiny, detailed reflections of what appears to be Juan Diego himself and other figures, just as the human eye would reflect a scene. The level of detail is impossible to have been created with the tools available in the 16th century. To this day, science has no explanation for how the image was created or why the fabric has not decayed. It remains a silent, enduring enigma. From a 500-year-old cloak, we turn to a modern-day mystery that challenges our understanding of human biology, the phenomenon of anedia, or the ability to live without food. One of the most famous and studied cases is that of Prahlad Yani, an Indian monk who claimed he had not eaten or drunk anything since he was a child. Now, this sounds impossible, right? Our bodies need calories and water to function. But Yani agreed to be observed under strict 24/7 medical supervision on two separate occasions, once in 2003 and again in 2010, during the 2010 study. A team of 35 doctors from the Indian Defense Institute of Physiology and Allied Sciences watched him for 15 days straight in a hospital. He was monitored by CCTV cameras, and he had no access to food or water. He didn't even use the toilet. The doctors conducted a battery of tests, including MRI scans, ultrasounds, and blood work. To their amazement, Yanni remained perfectly healthy. His bodily functions were normal, his vital signs were stable, and his brain scans were comparable to a healthy 25-year-old. Even though he was in his 80s, the medical team concluded that his body was somehow bypassing the normal metabolic processes. How was he generating energy? Where was his body getting water? They couldn't explain it. While the scientific community remains highly skeptical, the rigorous observations during these studies present a puzzle that defies our fundamental understanding of human physiology. Prahlad Yanni passed away in 2020, taking his secret with him, leaving science with more questions than answers. Let's shift our focus from individual bodies to the sky above. Have you heard of the miracle of the sun? This event took place in Fatima, Portugal, on October 13, 1917. 3 young shepherd children had predicted that a miracle would occur on that day, and a massive crowd, estimated between 30,000 and 100,000 people, gathered to witness it. The crowd included believers, skeptics, journalists, and scientists. The day was rainy and overcast. Suddenly, the clouds parted, and the sun appeared as an opaque, spinning disk in the sky. Witnesses described it as being less bright than usual, allowing them to look directly at it without hurting their eyes. Then, it began to dance. The sun reportedly careened towards the earth in a zigzag pattern, radiating multicolored light across the landscape. People screamed, thinking it was the end of the world. Just as suddenly, the sun returned to its normal position in the sky. What's truly bizarre is that everyone's clothes, which had been soaked by the rain just moments before, were found to be completely dry. Avelino de Almeida, the chief editor of Lisbon's main secular newspaper, had initially written articles mocking the events at Fatima. But he was there that day, and he wrote a new article describing exactly what he saw, confirming the dancing sun. While some have tried to explain it as a mass hallucination or a rare meteorological event like a sundog, no theory fully accounts for all the reported phenomena, especially the tens of thousands of individual testimonies and the instantly dried clothes. It remains one of history's greatest and most widely witnessed collective miracles. Our final story takes us into the realm of consciousness and the brain, a field that is still largely a frontier for science. It's the case of a man known as Mr. Wright. In 1957, Mr. Wright was suffering from advanced lymphosarcoma, a type of cancer. He had large tumors the size of oranges throughout his body, and doctors had given him only days to live. At the time, a new experimental drug called Kribiosin was being tested, and Mr. Wright begged his doctor to let him try it. Although he wasn't technically eligible for the trial, his doctor, Dr. Philip West, gave him an injection on a Friday. What happened next was astonishing. By Monday, Mr. Wright was out of his deathbed, walking around and joking with the nurses. His tumors had reportedly melted away like snowballs on a hot stove and had shrunk to half their original size in just a few days. He was discharged from the hospital, seemingly cured. However, a couple of months later, reports began to surface that Kribiosin was ineffective. As Mr. Wright read these reports, his faith in the drug wavered, and his cancer returned with a vengeance. His doctor, suspecting a powerful placebo effect was at play, decided to try an experiment. He told Mr. Wright he had a new, ultra-pure version of Kribiosin that was much more effective. In reality, he injected him with nothing but sterile water. The results were even more dramatic than the first time. The tumors vanished again, and Mr. Wright was back to full health for another 2 months. The story takes a tragic turn when the American Medical Association published a definitive nationwide report stating that Kribiosin was worthless. Mr. Wright's faith was shattered completely. His cancer returned, and he passed away 2 days later. This case, documented by Dr. West, is a profound and almost unbelievable example of the placebo effect, or perhaps something even deeper. It shows the incredible power of our minds and beliefs to create real, tangible, physiological changes in our bodies, a power that science is only just beginning to grasp. So, from miraculous recoveries and inexplicable images to people who defy biology and celestial events witnessed by thousands, we're left with a profound sense of wonder. These accounts aren't just meant to challenge science, they're meant to expand our perspective. Science is a powerful tool for understanding the world, but it's a process, an ongoing quest for knowledge. These unexplained miracles remind us that the universe is far more mysterious and complex than we can possibly imagine. They suggest that there may be forces at play, Whether it's the power of the human mind, the influence of faith, or something else entirely that operate outside the known laws of physics and biology. Perhaps one day, science will be able to explain these events, or perhaps they will forever remain as beautiful, humbling reminders that there is still so much we don't know. What do you think? Have you heard of any other scientifically unexplainable events? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of our world. Until next time, stay curious.